here at the Brooks Free Library with Ann Carpenter, and we are now going to tell you about events that are happening here at the library for children from Tuesday, August 12th through Friday, August 15th. So get your pencil and paper ready. Ann?
Well, Tuesday we start off with our regular story time, which is at 10:30 every Tuesday, which is great for young children, preschoolers, kindergartners, first, second graders. We read stories, we sing songs. It's a good time. And then later that day at 2 o'clock, we're going to have a science craft. We've been having Tuesday science crafts all summer, and this particular science craft is going to be to make a slime out of liquid starch and glue that you can then take a big straw, you poke it into the slime, and when you blow through the straw, it blows it up to these big bubbles the size of my head. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And then they collapse down, and you can do it over and over and over and over, so it makes like reusable bubbles. It's pretty impressive.
Now, what age group would that be good for?
It's targeted for school-aged children. Younger children are always welcome to any of our crafts. They're just going to need some more adult assistance. And prototyping it, the younger children sometimes have a little bit of trouble blowing the bubbles. Yes. So mom or dad might end up having to do all the bubble blowing for the very small children. If you can blow a bubble in gum, then you can blow a bubble in slime. Otherwise, mom or dad, get puckering.
Good go by.
On Wednesday, the 13th, we have our Creative Movement program, which runs all year, every other Wednesday at 11:15. And that one's also good for younger children, preschoolers, kindergartners, up to about first or second grade. And they do some dance moves, improv, play to music. They recreate some scenes from famous fairy tales and things like that. It's fun for younger children.
And that's with Lisa Canto, right?
That's with Lisa Canto from the Harwich Junior Theater, yes. And then in the afternoon, we have a craft at the other end of the spectrum for teenagers, which in Harwich, for the Brooks Free Library, would be defined as middle schoolers, so anyone in grades 5 or above can come to that program. And they're going to make paracord bracelets. So we have a bunch of different colors of paracord, and they're going to braid them all together and make different bracelets. Or if you don't want to make a bracelet, you could make a keychain. There's a bunch of variety of different things. And that, again, is for 5th graders and above.
Excellent. And that's at 3 o'clock on the 13th?
3 o'clock on the 13th.
All right.
And then the next day, the 14th, we have Rainforest Reptiles coming in at 2 o'clock, which is always a popular program. They bring in live animals that clearly are reptiles from the rainforest. It's sort of a self-explanatory title, but it is a lot of fun, and they bring out all the different live animals. They've got, long, huge snakes. They get volunteers from the audience to come. I think last year it took 6 different kids to hold their snake. It was so long. Let's see. And then Friday,
that's at 2 o'clock on the 14th?
That's at 2 o'clock on the 14th.
Okay.
Friday, we have our regular Friday story time at 10:30, very similar to the one on Tuesday. And then in the afternoon, we're looking forward to the companion animal program is going to come at 2:30. They bring their specially trained therapy dogs in, and the kids can read books to the dogs. Because it's a lot less pressure when you're learning how to reading to a dog than reading to a person. And if you're a pre-reader or a confident reader, you can still come to the program and just enjoy the dogs. Because that's always fun. All of our large programs, we start handing tickets out half an hour before the show. So if you're looking to come to, say, Rainforest Reptiles, the show starts at 2. We'll start handing out the free tickets at 1:30 to regulate for fire laws how many people can be in the building. If you're worried about parking, don't worry. You can park in our parking lot. And if there's no room in our parking lot, you can park across the street at the town hall or at Brooks Park and then walk over with our nice newly painted crosswalk, which is very exciting for us. And other than that, we look forward to seeing everybody at our programs. We've been having a great summer and hope to continue to.
Yes, well, I'm sure you will. These sound very interesting, and it's wonderful how you target different age groups for different events here. And so please take advantage of all of the wonderful things going on here at the Brooks Free Library. A lot of thought and time and trouble is put into these programs, and it's wonderful to see people take advantage of them. Thank you, Ann, for your time. Hi, I'm Eileen Wyatt, and I'm here at the Brooks Free Library, and to my right is Ann Carpenter, who is the librarian for the children's programs here at the library. And Ann, I know you have many special events held during the summer, but you also have ones that are weekly programs, and would you like to tell us a little bit about those?
Sure. We have on Tuesdays and Fridays at 10:30. We have a story time for younger children. We read stories and sing songs, and then every other Wednesday at 11:15 we have Creative Movement, which is run by Lisa Canto, and she does retells fairy tales with the kids, acting out all the different parts. They do dancing. They move around to music. It's a lot of fun. And then also ongoing all summer long, inside the library, outside the library, anywhere you happen to be, is our summer reading program. Every time a child reads for 2.5 hours, or if you're a pre-reader, is read to for 2.5 hours, they can have a small prize and a free book.
Wow.
Which is absolutely fabulous. And all it does is reading, and you can read anything you want. I tell the kids when I give the presentations that if they want to count the 2 minutes that they spend reading the back of the cereal box, they can count those 2 minutes. Graphic novels count, regular novels count. If you're listening to an audio book, a lot of people like to do that when they're taking long trips, that absolutely counts. Any kind of words that were written down by someone else, if you're taking them into your brain, it counts as reading, and you can earn your prizes. And you can do it as many times as you want. So if you read for 5 hours, you get 2 prizes and 2 free books.
Oh, that's good to know. Okay. And, of course, the 2.5 hours doesn't have to occur all at once, I assume.
No. A lot of people do it. The reason we pick 2.5 hours is because if you read for about 20 minutes to half an hour a day, then over the course of a week, you'll get 2.5 hours. And studies have shown that if you read for about 20 minutes a day, you're less likely to have the summer slump over the summertime, that when kids come back to school, instead of seeing a decrease in their reading skills, they stay the same or improve over the summer by reading 20 minutes a day. Wow. So you get to enjoy the reading, you get to work on your skills, and you get prizes. So there's really no downside.
And it also sets up people, I think, for a lifetime of enjoying reading.
Exactly.
The main point.
Yes. The other program that we have going on this year is our summer science program, which is trying to encourage children to see science as a part of their everyday life and not just, 45 minutes spent on every other Tuesday or whatever at school, because science is such a big part of our everyday life. So every time they do 5 science explorations, they can come in and get a science prize. We have some bug catchers, we've got magnifying glasses, we've got little finger puppets that look like insects. Oh. So we have prizes that would appeal to a wide range of ages, because even the littlest kids can be interested in science and doing a science exploration. If you come in and sign up for the summer science program, we have suggestions for things that you could do for science explorations, but anything that is related to science or math. So if you're building something out of Legos, that's engineering. If you're taking a walk in the woods, if you stop and you really examine the plants and the bugs and make some observations about what you're seeing, if you're at the beach and you catch a hermit crab and you stop and you really examine him, those are science explorations that just sort of happen naturally. Baking cookies is one of my favorite examples, because you figure there's a lot of science that goes into the chemistry of how to bake the cookies that you can talk about with older kids. For younger kids, it's practice measuring and doing a lot of different skills like that. Reading directions and being able to follow directions is an often overlooked science skill. So it's a lot of you're having fun anyway, and just incorporating a little extra science into your life, and you can get some science prizes. And those sign-ups are here at the library. And as always, you can find out more about our programs and special programs by going to our website at brooksfreelibrary.org. We have a Facebook site, or you can come into the library and get a calendar.
Yes. And that will tell you not only the specific things, but also the ongoing things that are weekly happening.